Alright guys, we're back with another one, and this is my last word review on the Asus Chromebook Flip. So here's the Asus Chromebook Flip, and it's one of the first convertible type Chromebooks that can flip directly into a tablet form. So that's really cool. So directly into tablet form, you can real easily type on it. It has an on-screen keyboard, and typing experience has been really good on this particular Chromebook. Now, taking a look at the Chromebook, you can see it's an aluminum build. Aluminum all over, beautiful aluminum build, Asus logo, Chrome logo there. At the bottom, you have your two dual speakers right here. You have rubber feet, and the aluminum feel is really nice. Feels good in the hand, very light. Easily take it into your bag, no problem. And let me say, it's a very neat Chromebook to work on. The aluminum design continues on the inside, all in between the keys and everything. It's a beautiful aluminum build, and it's really nice. The 10.1 inch 1280 by 800 display is a very good display, but the only bad thing about this display, in order for you to fully enjoy the 1280 by 800 screen, you have to have on full brightness to totally enjoy it, and that may take away from battery life. And let me just get straight into battery life. Asus say you can get about 8 to 9 hours. I believe they say 8 or 9. But in reality, if you have to keep the screen on so bright and you're doing mixed usage, I would say you can get about 6 hours on the regular. And if you're totally watching video, if this is going to be your media device, expect less than that. So it's all about screen brightness, and you're probably going to keep it on full brightness to enjoy this screen. It's a very good screen. And even if it only gives you 6 hours, that is pretty good. 6 hours is pretty good. Now, the keyboard. This is one of the best keyboards that I've used on a Chromebook. It really feels good. And I've met some bad keyboards, but this is one of the better ones that I've met. And I would say it's right up there with some of the best keyboards. So if you have a computer at home, and it's a nice keyboard, it has nice touches, it feels rich, then you know how this one feels. Now the trackpad, it haven't affected me at all. That the trackpad might be a little bit small. It haven't bothered me at all. This is one of the best trackpads that I've used on a Chromebook. I would say it's right up there with the likes of the Pixel. Whether you're tapping it or whether you're pressing down on it, it's a nice feeling trackpad. It feels rich. So the keyboard and trackpad experience is a really, really A+ on it. I'm really happy with it. It works very well. Now the processor, we'll go right into the processor. It's a Rockchip processor with 4 gigs of RAM, 16 gig of SSD. Now it's a Chromebook, so you don't need a lot of onboard storage. 4 gigs of RAM is a must on a Chromebook. But 4 gigs of RAM with a Rockchip processor is definitely a must on a Chromebook, because you need 4 gigs of RAM with this type of processor in order to have a great experience. And might I say, I'm so glad I've pretty much ditched all Chromebooks that has 2 gigs of RAM. I'm only reviewing Chromebooks with 4 gigs of RAM. And I must say, this is one of the best experiences I've had on a smaller, more portable Chromebook. It's on point. Now, may I say, the front-facing camera is definite. It's a pass. It's not a, you know, crazy. It's not an HD webcam. Absolutely not. So it's not the best webcam, but then again, it's a budget type Chromebook, and you got such a great build, such a great keyboard and trackpad, that the webcam, you'll take it if it's not. top notch. But don't expect HD. Don't expect anything great from the webcam. But the build is definitely top notch. You're not gonna feel any way in a coffee shop with this. So the pluses is the build. The front-facing camera might be a minus, but let's get into these speakers. Okay, let's turn up the volume just a little bit. So this is about halfway, about 75%. And let me say, no matter how high or how low you have the speakers, still sound like great quality speakers. There's no distortion. So pretty good sound for a Chromebook that have speakers at the bottom that might get muffled in your lap, might get muffled in the bed. But remember, you always have that mode where you could put it in tent mode or in tablet mode. Alright, so here's some video to give you guys a look, 720p, how the video looks. And it doesn't look bad at all. Alright, 4K video in, this is 720p. And it's probably the most you're going to get out of it. I could boost it up to 1080p and we could take a look. And you can see this is shot in 4K, but we're showing it in 1080p. You're not going to see the difference if I go higher. And it looks good. The video looks good. It just looks a little dim because the brightness of the screen doesn't get that high. And maybe that is to preserve. So as you guys can see, I have a lot of tabs open. And scrolling is not a problem through Facebook. It's just the internet speed. But scrolling is not a problem. It responds pretty quickly. Let's go through Google Plus. No problems in Google Plus as well. Scrolling is real smooth. Whether I'm using my fingers or anything like that. Because a lot of people say, oh, Chrome OS doesn't work good with the touch screen and stuff like that. That's not necessarily true. It does work over. So whether I'm using the trackpad, I can use my finger. And I did it again. Alright, so here's a game, Pixel Run. So you have to keep on tapping the screen. So this is good for kids to play and take advantage of the touch screen. Not bad at all, depending on your taps. So you could really play some nice games on the Chromebook. So a lot of people say it's not good for games. You can find games if you dig hard enough. Some of them might be website games. Some of them might be apps in the Chrome store. Alright, so here's a game. It's just a simple parking game. You have to park into the parking spot. And right there, I gotta get the coin. And once I park right there in the spot, pretty much the game over. So then you go to the next board. So there's a lot of nice games with the Chromebook. So overall, to sum it up, the Asus Chromebook Flip C100 is a awesome Chromebook. Awesome premium build that you're not going to look any way using this in a coffee shop. Very portable at 10.1 inches. It's super versatile by being able to have it in all types of different forms. Also, great keyboard and trackpad. I'm able to do my work, edit my videos. Having the extra 2 gigs of RAM, so having it from either 2 gigs of RAM, having it for this one to be 4 gigs of RAM is a definite plus. 4 gigs of RAM is a definite plus on this device. It was worth paying the extra money for it. Speakers are good. Trackpad, keyboard is awesome. That might be the best thing on it. I know a lot of people write these articles, but you gotta listen to the people that using the product, and I use the product, and let me tell you, it is a good Chromebook for the price. Now, it's not as fast as a Celeron, definitely, but it is still workable with the 4 gigs of RAM. So with that, this is my review of the Asus Chromebook Flip. I definitely recommend it as a backup device or for the kids. Check it out. It's worth the look. With that, see you guys in the next one. Ain't that something? Beavis and Butthead. So I have a lot of apps open, about 10, 11 apps open, and everything is real smooth.